Hey, my love. It's Saturday night. Went to my prayer meeting, then went and visited my sister. My son's at work right now, and thought I'd say hello. And one of the questions in your last letters was, how come people don't call Halloween Halloween? And Halloween used to be one of my favorite holidays. I loved decorating the house and decorating the front yard with the blow up. I had multiple things that blew up, and I love giving candy out to the kids. And but unfortunately, in this country, the last 10, 20 years, this country has gotten where you have it's not Republicans and Democrats, it's the people that hate and the people that love, and then there's a big group in between. And but we got so many haters that want to cause harm to people, and that want to have things their way, and don't want to have anything to do with God. I mentioned a few times back about school shootings and church shootings, and they documented, they went back about 50 shooters, and every one of them were extreme left haters that just want to cause harm, and don't want to conform to laws of decency, and they want everything their way. They want their own gender. They want men that want to dress as women and go into women's bathrooms, and feel they have a right to molest kids whenever they want to. It's really come down to haters and believers, that who's going to run this country. And nobody's going to say that Donald Trump is a saint, but he is a believer in God. He is a believer in laws. That he's a believer in the two sexes, male and female. And this country has a lot of healing to do. Anyway, it is Halloween. I put candy out on the porch. I put a candy in a big bowl just in case there were any kids that came by, and then I didn't even bother having the door open or anything. I was just sitting here watching sports last night, and when I checked this morning, I don't think one kid came by. Most parents don't take their kids door to door anymore, and I don't blame them. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't trust, even in my own neighborhood. I just wouldn't do it. And that's why they have the fall festivals. At the fall festivals, they still give out. They get a bunch of cars to all pull in. We have a baseball field at the church, and they all parked in a little bit of a curve with the trunks facing the back, and they had the candy in the trunks, and the kids just lined up going from car to car, and they call it trunk or treat, since they're giving candy out of the trunk. It's safer, more controlled. We actually had about 20 police officers, not all of them in uniform, Had about 20 police officers working the crowd. Gave away hot dogs, chips, Cokes, Frito pies, funnel cakes, hot chocolate, as well as the candy. And then they had games for the kids to play as well, so they get some extra candy that way. But if that kind of answers your questions, it's still Halloween. But as a church member, and as 99% of the churches want to have a safe, clean holiday that's not subject to demonic symbols or anything that praises the devil. So enough said on that. Hope you're doing good. Hope your family is doing well. And we had another beautiful sunset that, and again, I couldn't get through traffic before it was, before I could take a picture. It was beautiful, beautiful sunset. Now I'm going to think of you every time I see a beautiful sunset from now on. But I'm watching the World Series as I'm talking to you. But what else did I want to say? The weather's still chilly here. The temperature's supposed to be back up next week into the 80s and maybe even the 90s. But the nights have been down in the 40s, and it's getting in the daytime close to 60 is what it's been this week. But it's actually a nice time of the year. Get out and walk and do some things, and take a drive and see the leaves changing. Oh, excuse me. But let me keep this short. Sending my love, and always in my dreams.